Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you this look right here, which is my soft romantic Valentine's Day date night makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy seeing this look and let's get started. I'm going to do the eyes first, but before I get started on that, I'm going to prime the skin a little bit and I'm going to take my Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate and take 4 drops of this and then just warm this up in my hands a little bit and press it into the skin. I've been doing this every single day and it smells really nice. It keeps my skin really like plump and hydrated. Even though I have oily skin, I think this has really been helping keep the tone even and keep my skin happy, especially under makeup. And then to start off with the eyes, I'm going to take my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden. This is like their yellowy colored one. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of this on each eyelid and then wait for it to kind of get tacky and then blend it in. I find that I get the best results that way. So it's a little tacky now and I'm just going to blend it all over to kind of even out my eyelid and make sure that it's primed and ready for some shadows. With the eyeshadow primer on, I'm just going to set the whole base using a big fluffy brush, and this is MAC Rice Paper Shadow, which is it's practically gone, but it's just like a yellowy tan flesh colored like tone for me. So I just put this all over to kind of set that down. And that kind of finishes off our base for the eyes. And then just to put something in the crease, I'm also going to go in with MAC Soft Brown, which is my just like tried and true everyday crease shade. I love this. I think it goes with any shadow you want to wear, any eye look, anything. This is just almost always where I start. It's a great blending shade. It's not too warm and not too cool. And now for the showstopper and the product that's going to make this really feel like a Valentine's Day look, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallable eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush, and it's the ones that come like this, in this kind of packaging, and it's a little weird. They have the like stopper in there that keeps everything pressed down, and I find that this applies the nicest using just your finger and going in like directly in there and rubbing it on the eye. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just taking my ring finger and then packing some onto the tip of my finger, and then dotting it onto my eyelid. And this color is just absolutely beautiful. It's a really nice like pinky, almost bronzy shade, and I think it complements like blue eyes very well, and since it's pinky, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. So I've really packed the shadow on the lid, and then I'm just going to lightly kind of blend out the edges, not going too far down, because since this is such a chunky glittery shadow, if you like buff with your brush right over it, it'll kind of take it off, and that's not what I want to do. I just want to make sure the edges aren't too like harsh. So that's done, and then since I have very high maintenance eyelash extensions, which are not going to be around for much longer, I'm just going to brush those out as well, because a lot of extra product got stuck on there and they kind of got all over the place. And now moving on to my base, I'm definitely going to be using my Osmosis Performance Wear Satin Foundation today, and I have this in the shade Golden Light. But as far as primer goes, I already used my Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate, and if I was going to have this on all day, I would go ahead and put on my Glow Skin Beauty Mattifying Primer as well. But for me right now, tonight, I'm just going to be wearing it for a few hours, and I'd rather my skin just look really glowy and luminous, so I'm going to skip that step. But if you're going to be wearing this look for a lot longer, or if you have oily skin, definitely add in the mattifying primer along with the Kiehl's and this foundation, and that's definitely what I would do. So this foundation has a nice pump, but one pump is like really a lot of product, so you definitely only need one pump. I mean, look at how much came out. That was tons, but that's perfect for me for all over the face, because if I'm going for it with foundation, I want full coverage, and that's what I'm going for today. So I'm going to take the one full pump and spread it all over my entire face and really start packing on the coverage. But what I like about this foundation is it doesn't feel too heavy on the skin, and it also has nice, like healthy for your skin ingredients. So if you are going to be wearing it all night and you do want this like full coverage for kind of a date night Valentine's Day look, it's not going to really like congest your pores and be like irritating and nasty when you have it on for a while. And then for concealer, I'm going to use my favorite combo at the moment, which is the Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer in Porcelain and the YSL Touche Eclat in the shade 1. So I just put the Becca on first. And then I take one click of this concealer and layer it right on top. And then I'll just blend both of those out with my damp beauty blender. So I'm just finishing up blending out my under eye concealer, and because this is a Valentine's Day / date night look, I'm just going to take all the extra light concealer and blend it on the center of my chin and the center of my forehead right here, just to lighten up the look and make it just a little bit extra. This kind of brings a lot of light to the center of your face and kind of balances out your concealer if your concealer is lighter than the rest of your foundation. And now to set that under eye concealer, I'm going to take that same corner of my beauty blender and pick up some of my Laura Mercier translucent powder and just pack that right on top to set it down. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Light Plus. This is just my all-time favorite setting powder and something I really trust. So if you want a good powder that you want to last and look really like natural and fresh and luminous all throughout like a date night, then I would definitely recommend this one. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Capri Coast, and I'm going to take this on my Real Techniques Duo Fiber Face Brush. And I'm going to take this all over the face to kind of warm up the complexion. And I really like this bronzer because it gives a really nice, pretty, bronzy glow. It's not really cool toned and going to contour, but it just really makes you look kind of like alive and like you got some sun. And that's the vibe I'm going for like a Valentine's Day romantic look. I'm not going for like a super chiseled, contoured look necessarily. And then of course I'm going to take a little bit of that same bronzer on my Nars Ita brush and lightly dust some down the sides of my nose, just to contour a bit, but really just to make sure my nose doesn't disappear into my face because I'm so fair. For highlighter, the one that I really want to use is this Fenty Beauty pinky one because I think this is really close to the eye shade, but I think it's a little bit too close to my eyeshadow color, and also this is just a little bit too intense for the like soft, romantic, like not too extra vibe that I'm going for. So instead of using that, I'm definitely going to use my Fenty Beauty highlighter brush, but I'm going to use my CoverFX. This is their Moonlight highlighter, and this I think really fits the date night vibe because you want to look like you're drenched in moonlight, you know, nice romantic soft focus lighting for a date or Valentine's Day dinner. So I'm going to use this on my Fenty Beauty brush and just add this to the cheekbones, and this highlighter is absolutely beautiful. You can probably see right now in the light. My only problem with this product is I always put it on in the morning and think, oh, this is just so beautiful, I love this, why don't I wear this every day? Like, I can't believe how like beautiful this looks on the skin, and it's like a nice light color, especially if you have fair skin. But then the next time I look in the mirror, it's already gone. So I don't know what it is about this product that disappears really quickly or like blends into just my skin really quickly, but there's something about it just doesn't last well for me. So I'm just gonna really pack it on because I want this to actually last a little bit today, but I have a feeling it's not going to, so I'm just putting it on the tip of my nose and my cupid's bow and down the center of my nose, and then in that nice C shape all the way around the eyes and to the tops of the cheekbones. But I mean, look at that, it's just absolutely beautiful color. I just wish it lasted longer. And then for blush, for a soft romantic look, it has to be a shimmery pink blush. To me, that's just the most romantic, beautiful, soft looking blush that you can use. I have a few that I really like, but today we're going to use Nars Deep Throat because it's a Valentine's Day look. For brows, I'm going to be using my Clinique Superfine Liner for brows in the shade 02 Soft Brown. This is my absolute favorite brow product of the moment, and I still haven't run out of this. I've been using this for a really long time, and this one still, like, I bought it back in November, and this one still hasn't run out. So in comparison to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which lasts like 2 seconds and the spoolie always breaks off, this I feel like I'm getting a lot more value for my money, but this doesn't come with a spoolie, so I use that separate Anastasia like eyebrow spoolie slash powder brush to brush my brows through before and after I use this pencil. But this color is really nice. It's a really cool toned but still dark brown, which is perfect for my brows, and like I said, it's just lasted forever. Brows are filled in, and now I'm just going to set them with my Benefit Gimme Brow in number 3, which is drying up and running out. I'm also going to add a little bit of bottom lash mascara, and I'm using my Clinique bottom lash mascara, which is really like nice and subtle, but really gets the job done for coating the bottom lashes. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm going to use another L'Oreal Infallable shadow, and this is a tan one in the shade Iced Latte, which is just a really beautiful kind of white, shimmery, great highlighter shade. This is a great dupe for the MAC Vanilla Pigment or any other really shimmery like eyeshadow highlighters. So I'm just going to take this on a small shader brush and pack it on the inner corner. And the problem with this is it's really glittery. So if you want something that's just sheeny, this isn't the one for you. But if you want something that's going to match the chunky shimmeriness of the eyeshadow, then I think this one's perfect. I really like this, and I've used this lots of times in place of my MAC Vanilla pigment, and it gives a really similar effect. I would say that this one's just a little bit more tan and less stark white than vanilla, but like I said, a very similar effect and is very shiny. I love it. And then for lips, personally, for a Valentine's Day date night, I would just go for a gloss and leave it at that. But to be a little extra, I might use a lip liner, especially for like a date look, maybe not Valentine's Day, but another date. And I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip liner in the shade Pillow Talk. And adding in a lip liner before your lip gloss just really allows you to overline the lips a little bit if you want, and just like kind of keep the edge defined. But I think that it's kind of nice to have a soft romantic look, and just throwing on a gloss with not so perfect edges to me seems a little bit more fun and easygoing and romantic. But this is really nice if you want to make your lips appear larger and also have the color last longer than just a gloss, which will wipe right off as soon as you take a bite of food. Okay, so I have my lips totally lined and filled in with that Pillow Talk lip liner. And now for lip gloss, oh what a surprise, you guessed it, I'm going to use my Sara Happ, the Ballet Slip 1 Luxe Gloss, which is her pink gloss. These are just my absolute favorite glosses. There's a bunch of other ones that I could have used. I could have used a shimmery lipstick, but to me this just screams Valentine's Day, and this is my favorite formula. And that's it. That's the finished look for my Valentine's Day date night makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this look and enjoyed kind of a more shimmery pink and romantic look. As always, all the products that I used will be listed in the description box down below, so check that out if you're curious. I also upload 2 days a week on Monday and Thursday, so please subscribe if you're new and you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching.